Now, there's a lot going on this weekend. I mean, you got college football starting back up again. Well, I guess it started last weekend, but you got that going. You got pro football this weekend.
Kids are back in school.
Kids are back in school, so of course they're studying. They don't have time for movies.
But look at us. We're saying $10 million is not that much money. But I guess the production value to go to make that movie, $10 million doesn't seem like that much. We got a really good movie going on here in the Weather Center. I've had some great folks out there send us some stuff in. Take a look at this. This is out in Ramona. In fact, this is from one of our photographers, and his backyard just got deluged with the heavy rain coming down out there. This is just in the eastern part of Ramona. So if you're out at the coast today and you saw some thunderstorms popping up, this is what a thunderstorm looks like when it comes down. It was pouring out there and turned the backyard a little bit muddy. All the plants definitely enjoying it. As we take a look at the Doppler radar here, it's starting to fall apart, but boy, there was some really good returns just about an hour and a half ago. In fact, we had a flash flood warning across parts of northern Mexico and into southern San Diego County. Those thunderstorms are now starting to fall apart as the atmosphere is cooling down just a little bit. This is a look towards the east from Black Mountain, and you can still see some thunderstorms out there, but things are quieting down, certainly in the atmosphere. Today's highs, when the sun came out, it warmed things up quickly, and that's what created the lift in the atmosphere. So the sun came out, warmed that moist air at the surface, pushed it up into the upper atmosphere, and that lifted the other moisture even higher. We saw those thunderstorms pop up. 89 in Ramona. We were 91 in Escondido, 87 for the folks in Valley Center. Out towards the East County, Alpine at 86, Campo 74, and the mountains, depending on where you were cool. I mean, you can tell the cloud cover was over Mount Laguna most of the day, but in Julian, 77. And out towards the coast, I'll tell you, it was mostly sunny all day long, so we were mid-80s out there. As we look at the current conditions in downtown San Diego International Airport, 80 degrees, light breeze out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, and the pressure falling just a little bit right now because of the instability in the atmosphere. We've got some cool air coming down out of Canada across the Great Lakes right now. So Chicago at 60 degrees, the nation's capital 76, 68 in New York City. You head down into the mid-Atlantic at 85 in Miami, 78 in Atlanta. Back towards Dallas, they're at 81, and in the Rockies, Denver 76, 88 in Salt Lake City, 86 in Boise, and 69 in the northwest at Seattle. Here's that area of low pressure that's bringing that cooler air into Chicago. They're getting hit pretty good right now, and it's picking up all this moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico, bringing it up into the eastern seaboard. High pressure building in over the eastern Rockies and central plain states. That's what is left of Hurricane K, Tropical Storm K. She is falling apart, but still dragging moisture up out of Mexico and pumping it up into parts of California. In fact, all of that moisture now streaming up into Northern California and up into Oregon and Washington. So if you can imagine that, this moisture originated down off of central Mexico and has traversed all the way up the coastline, and now some of that moisture making it into the Pacific Northwest as an area of low pressure pulls it up into that. Here's that low that I was just mentioning. The high shifts out of the desert southwest and over into the plain states. That low traverses into the Pacific Northwest, and they'll cool things down as we make our way into the midweek. 79 tomorrow along the coastline, 77, 74. There's the cool down I referred to. We'll stay slightly below average, and the folks in the inland valleys, a much needed relief from the 100+ degrees we saw all last week. And I think everyone's enjoying this cooler weather, although somewhat humid. And even in the mountains, you'll stay in the upper 70s. Overnight lows in the 50s. In the deserts, overnight lows in the 60s. That's got to feel great out there.